Just checking. Hi, good evening. Good evening. Everybody, good evening. How are you doing? Pleasant evening to everybody wherever you are in the world at this time. Auntie D is wishing you a wonderful evening. What is it that's going on in the neck of your Tetla? Good evening. Hey. Whoa, how you doing, Sister T? Boy, I tried to make it for 7:30. Thank you for thumbs up. I hurry. Let me say, the place is so cold, T. I'd like for you to one of these days come and experience it. It is cold and it is raining. And yesterday was cold too and rainy. No, it was not raining in the day. It was more raining in the night. And rained all day today, but luckily I wasn't in the rain. I go out in between. But me say it is cold, so I put on warm clothes. Can I go out without having something well warm to you know? So how is the weather down there? Is it very hot? Boy, if you go say like how up here is sort of cool, you may soon get a cold front to quench the heat. Let me say cold and miss. Nobody wants to be out. And since I've been here, I've never seen it so early, so cold. But me say, man, you know, here anybody, no much vehicle, everybody try to stay in. And it's very frosty, which means that there'll be little ice out there, and they have one of the ice they call it black ice. It can be very serious. Yeah, and I heard that the weatherman said that you guys are going to have a lot of rain too over the weekend. I think up until tomorrow, some system is out there. I think in Jerry, some system out there on the eastern side of the Caribbean. But me not see it, you know, look like it will have anything to do with Jamaica or so. But man, when saying so, you know, I like the coolness, you know. I like when it's cool. Because see when me coming from this hot place, me don't like the hot at all. That's why most people when they cool take them, you know, them have to run. But so far, if the winter was going to be like just this, but my dear, when the ice start and the back start freeze up, and you look outside and it's frustrating and look messy, you don't want to be out there. But let me tell you, whether rain or shine or not, where you must be, you have to be. You have to be, my dear. So me say, you know, last night, you don't get no rain. I mean, you say a lot of rain down in Hanover. Yeah. And I mean, see whether man show past a St. Catherine, but maybe it's not your side. Something like I said, Trelawney, past a St. Anne, going over to the north. Hi. Hi, good evening to you guys. How are you doing? So, we may soon get some rain. You may soon get some rain to help cool down the time because October going into, hi Andy, going into November, we always get what is called Christmas rain. Sometimes it comes very heavy too. It comes very heavy too. So that's how it goes. It's not a matter of you getting that to subscribe. All right, that's what I heard, that it fell very heavy. Some sections of St. Catherine, parts of, I think that's a Spanish town, and some other areas, but I remember the names. Over in Manchester too, a lot of rain. Yeah, man, sometimes we don't get the rain. We are not happy because the rain helps to cool the time. But me tell you, so when you get the rain and the coolness, it just tell me, say, whoa, come December, the official Banana Club. Hi, how are you doing? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Are you the same person who were with uh TT when I was watching? with the banana. Yeah, good. Happy to see you. Welcome to the live. Happy to see you. We're just gonna have a little chat. 10% so far. Yeah, I'm happy to see you. How was your day been? It's been a while. It's been a while. How are you doing? How was your day? How was it been? Are you having it very cool like we here? It's really, really cool. It has been raining all day. I'm doing well, I'm good, thank you. I'm well. Not that tired because it seems as if when the time is cool, you don't feel that amount of tiredness really until when it soaks into your body. So I'm not too tired. So I'm just trying to do a little live, you know, and thank you for joining too. Yeah, I saw in the news where they at point they said they found the little boy, then they come now and say it's not him. So I'm much wondering where could this little boy be? He seems to be gone without a trace, or they are not doing the investigation properly. To me, the investigation is, I don't know, because it's like the investigation going back way. It's not, to me, it's not going forward as everybody wanted to see. Mr. Banana Man, Banana Club, the official. No, they say it's not him. So where could he be? So who is it? But they didn't say who that person was. It's just like all sort of things turning up and they're not getting anything about him. That seems to be so well organized. There's no way. There's no way they're going to find him now because the weather has changed and it's been 3 weeks now. So I don't see him turning up again. I think he's gone. And I don't think he's gone a good way. I think he's just gone. They make him disappear. I know, and the family is not really showing that amount of interest. So people are just going to drop it and leave it there. Yeah. Yes, my dear, that's how it has been. So many strange things happening all over the place. I don't know what. And this little autistic boy, he succumbed to another incident. Boy, I don't know. It is so scary. It's very, very scary. I don't know what measure they are going to put in place. You understand? I don't know what measure to help to make this thing stop. Because it just continuing from one to the other, just keep going every week, every week. There's no end in sight. I don't know what it's going to turn out to be. Yeah, happy to see Banana Club, the official Banana Club. Happy to see you. Happy to see you in your bright bold blue color, looking so okay. Yeah. Happy to see you just the same. The father for the girl, they catch him. Yes, I saw it in the news. So he is now, and he said he'd use a hammer. He must have been crazy. Why would he use a hammer to beat a person? The first person I knew that did that was this lady over in Manchester. She did it to her husband, beat his head with a hammer. He was a police officer. And she looked like her head was gone. Why she did that? And he's going to do that all because the stepmother said she would have whatever. It's what happened. They did not demand go and pick up the little girl. They sent the lady to go and pick up the girl. No, this little boy is no. They did not even put an effort. That era looked like it's not being manned properly. They didn't even put an effort to go and investigate their family. It's just people trying to put things out there. They're not moving. They're not moving. I think they are a lazy set of people, officers them. They're lazy. They're non-performers. Because you look at how they handle the case them there over in Manchester. Look at the schoolgirl. Somebody wants to tell them about fly, fly. They went there. They don't go. They don't have no initiative. Then if you move them and then put somebody, maybe one little full place. But see that the person now they have him there, nobody knew anything about it. Nobody know who. Nobody knows. You understand me? So every day something new comes up and it's not being solved. He was going over into, if he had gotten into, I wonder if he's really from Olaba area. Because if he had gotten himself settled into that area, you never know. I heard his father did the same thing to his daughter in. Yes. So you see the same thing follow the same lineage. So they will go about. I wonder how many persons they have unalived already. It is so sad. Okay, welcome back. Hi, we were talking about the incidents that happened in Manchester. Manchester has been in the Shudley. Yeah, one is Shudley and one is Wales, Manchester. Manchester has been in the limelight for the past month with regards to missing children and that sort of thing. So that's what we're trying to, talk about. How much children are at risk. And remember this incident they had last month with the officers and the man who create the movie scene in Mandeville? Is that a joke? You understand me? So Mandeville has been in the spotlight. Has been in the spotlight. I don't know what they're going to do. Trust me. I don't know, but something, hi Caris. Something will have to be done. Something will have to be done. Welcome, Ainsley. Ainsley says new. Ainsley says new. I guess you are. That is why you write it. So I won't read it. When I'm done, I'll just delete it. So it doesn't make sense you write it, right? You write what you read. I don't have to read it. Yes, so I'm just hoping that people will focus more on the betterment of children. And even this other lady who is a superstar on TikTok, her children are back in her care again. But people have to take serious responsibility with our children because they're going to be just gone from us, just gone. Ill treatment, nobody paying any attention to them. Thank you very much for doing that to him. Nobody pay much attention to them. Yeah. Thank you, Banana Club. Official Banana Club. Yeah. So that's what I was looking at. It's so sad. So sad. Because I would not want to be treated like how some of they're treating these children. I don't want to be treated like that. They treat them really, really bad. They are here and nobody care about them and they just wander away and then they're gone. Not a trace. Look at the little girl. She was abused and then put in a fridge, in an old refrigerator with an old mattress and bush. And then they light it on her beyond recognition. Can you imagine? And then now you're running away from the situation. They are to have some laws that when it comes to especially those type of behaviors, they deal with them really harsh. Sometimes I would think that they should give them the same type of treatment that they give to other persons. But one would say you have to change the behavior. You cannot continue the same negative behavior. Yeah. How can we make our society better? Banana Club, if you are there, the official, what would you suggest how we can have a better society, especially with the caring approach? How can we care for our children? How can we prepare them for one would say, to be street smart? How can we prepare them to be street smart so they can handle themselves out there when they're away from their family? It's less tax prices. So, okay, less tax prices. How can we else prepare them? You know, we have our children at home. We are not behind them every step of the way. They go to school with their friends. They will go, and you can even be there in the supermarket with them or in the store, and somebody secretly come and snatch them away. You go down the aisle and they're at another aisle looking, and you're looking around and they are gone, and you cannot find them. And all they do, you put up all those missing children sign, and nothing. How do you think we can deal with that? How can we help them to be more street smart? I would say street smart because within the family setting they are safe, but away from the family. Because when I listen to a newscast where this lady with a 10-month-old lady, 10-month-old baby with his mom, they were in the house, and the next thing, nobody know when they disappear, and they cannot find them from Saturday. Imagine a 10-month-old baby with an adult. Nobody cannot find them. So you suggest that less tax on prices. Okay, so they'll be able to afford. But what about trainings, like having like community groups? Why I say that, I cannot say much about here. Here's a different setting. But back home in Jamaica, I'm speaking of, I'm a Jamaican, let me acknowledge that. So how we could probably have the churches could become involved. The churches are always just having services and that's it. Having more community, the church interacting more in the community. And now, okay, I understand. The churches could become more interactive with the communities, having community groups. So not only just to keep services and preaching, but having fellowship groups where different age groups can become a part of it and help to prepare them so everybody would know somebody. They're not just there by themselves and then they are gone and nobody knows them. They'll be protected within a community as well. So I'm just wondering, how could we as a people we help the children, help in our communities to become, more reliable, and then sometimes they rely on the adults and the adults do let them down. But as a means of protecting themselves, the signs that they should be looking out for, the type of conversation, knowing that they should not put their confidence too much in, they're not to even communicate with strangers. So we have to to me, build them. Okay, bye. Official Banakov say has to go. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Yeah. So we build them to prepare them. They go to school. Yes, they learn the academics, but it still comes back to the parents. The parents are not alone. To me, they alone cannot raise the children. You need a community. You need a village. And when we say we need a community to help to grow them, you will take responsibility. So they would know the people within a certain sphere. They would not try to relate or communicate with strangers. So you're out there coming from school, maybe in a taxi, you should be taught what taxi to take, who should be in the taxi, or why you should not take a particular taxi. We need to educate them on strange people. Yeah, I believe in that. Strange people in the surroundings. They should be. And sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they have conversation because these people, they are so set in their ways to grab them and take them away that they just try to get their attention. When I was growing up, my parents would always say, when you see a stranger, never communicate, run. Just run and scream. So nobody will stop and say, where does this road go to? Never keep a conversation with a stranger. So if the stranger is lost, he will be lost. You'll have to, I'm going to person's home. So some children like to visit people's place after school. They come in home, they stop. They don't go home straight. They stop at the mall or they stop at the, the bus stop and they linger. So when they actually reach to go into their village where they live, because they hang around and these prowlers, they are there ready to prey on them, bounce on them, and watching their every move, listening, even conversing with them before they realize that they become target. So some children doesn't go home directly after school. They loiter in the bus stops, they loiter on the road, and the next thing, somebody watching them. Offer to, and their friends. Sometimes friends set up friends, and sometimes friends know situations and doesn't care. Then you fall in it. Something, I think something will have to be done though. Something will have to be done. Something will have to be done. I don't see how this thing is going to continue every day, every day, every day. Just keep going. You know, me say me lose me something today. Just keep going. Look at this thing here. You know, I don't see a thing happening. Last night it was so cool, Teta. I said everybody will be gone. And today too, because I had to go to work, I said I would not bother to do the live in the early day because people probably will be home relaxing with their family or gone out on trips. And then it was rainy and cold in it. I said, okay. Hi JJ, how you doing? Okay. Wherever you are, true, bless, because some of us are almost in our beds. Some are not. They're just ready to jump in their beds. They have on warm clothes. And some just say, oh, tired of the bed. They want to get out. But the place has been very quiet. Very, very quiet. Very quiet and cold. How is it your side, Jay? Is it warm? I heard that down Florida is pretty warm. Thank you. How is it your side of town? Your side of town is cool? Well, I'm telling you, upstate is no joke. Upstate is no joke. Jay, I am wondering if winter begins. No, when I step out this evening, true. Yes, I said to you just saying she just was saying to herself here. I guess upstate is cold. I won't be surprised. We had some frostings Friday, Saturday. Frosting. So I said to myself, this is going to be a very crucial winter. When I say cold, really, you have to be in good clothes. And then people start staying in. Nobody wants to be out, you know? Nobody wants to be out. Yeah, so we are here doing a little time. Mister, you know that today, just before I left, early mid part of the day, about 11 or 12 o'clock, the place was so cold. And I said, I turned on a heater and I fell asleep. When I got up, I said, wait, I got about half an hour. But it was feeling just nice. You don't need any heater to turn on. But the coolness was just nice. You go outside, it was just balance. Coming back again, it was kind of balance, but the temperatures are going down. And we are having the rain too. So it is kind of not so 100% nice. Not 100% nice, but you have to be thankful because she's still having the heat. She's still having the heat, and we having some rain and coolness. So Jay, how your side? Mr. The thing here. I don't know what me do. The thing. I don't know. Look at me leave it. Let me leave it working up on the table. It's like evening there, just in time for you, my love, before you lick me down with rocks. I mean, why? Tepana? It's that I say good evening, my dear, and whatever. Before you're looking down with rocks, so you have to do it early. But it's saying come in late, but it's not too late. It's not really late. It's not really late. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. I don't think it's 8 o'clock yet. But like I say, when it is this school, people are more inclined to just go wrap up in their beds. Like it's like you don't want to do anything and you just want to go and wrap up. Everything good, all right, everything good, everything curry. So we just say. So so Jay, what you saying? Over your side is it cold? Is it rainy? Where I'm at is rainy and cold. Rainy and cold. I guess you guys were looking for me last time, but I said, let me just, you know, allow people to relax with the significant other. They don't say, boy, I should take up the whole weekend. We can't take up, but are we there now? So I say, I got Saturday evening. Let me give them Sunday and come Monday. So they can just relax in the day Monday. And then I just borrow them for a little time Monday evening. So it is so, here where I live, it has been a quiet place. I'm telling you, you don't know day and night, no time different. It is just quiet, quiet, quiet. And now when it's getting cold, I realize in the winter, you don't hear anybody. Nobody wants to go anywhere, everybody's staying. So me say, wait, the winter is not here yet, and sea start already. That is why I don't really like the winter, because it gives a feeling of loneliness. You're away from everybody. Everybody just want to go inside and lock up. Somebody come to the vehicle, they just rush to go in and lock up. In the summer, you will see somebody and they wave to you like this. The winter, nobody lift in their hand. They're just in their coat and running. They would even look behind them, heading to go inside because outside is cold. I wonder if this thing stick. They cannot find my pencil. My finger touch a thing. Rain is what make it cold. Yeah, right. We have been having the rain from Friday too, but it was on and go, on and off Friday, and on and off Saturday. But yesterday, last night, and now, if you go outside, it's there now. So give it a real hard cold. So nobody not, you know. Yeah. Everybody's cold. Everybody's hiding. Wrap up in their blankets, push out their head to just breathe like JB, not up to anything that will cause them to stir. They will just wrap up to keep warm. Unlike me and Tetla, we have to come out of the bed and look and face the coolness. Yeah, man. We have to face the coolness. Yeah, man. Why? We did really have me only mono. But I say, I need to face the music. Sorry. Need to face the music. Sorry. So, Brother Jay, what you saying over that side? How are things with you? You reap all your little outside crops them already before the frost come and take them all away? Teta don't have to worry because she getting the rain to water them so that they will come to perfection before any flooding drown them off. Do you have a garden that you have to reap your things from in time? Because I know quite a few persons disappointing at the frost, the coldness now, that is going to ruin their gardens. So some people are putting what they have inside their houses so the frost will affect it. So you have that problem? I'm not getting this thing to move because I cannot find. I cannot get it to move. It's not moving. Rain on and off. Oops, no, this guy, this gets so much trouble. It's on and off. I'm not hearing JB, that's why I thought it was stick. So you got to go to church yesterday, T? Or you stayed home? I tried to do some work on the video, some videos, but boy, I'm not finished at all. Maybe I won't be able to put them out until later on in the week. The work is more hectic than I thought. Plenty take up all the time. If you're not careful, it's when it knock you out. You know. But we have to use up the energy. We have to do what we have to do. Because we can't sit down with our hands full. But just when I look at the rain now that you're going to be getting, it would be good for the plants. But for here, would not be good for it at all. It's more getting them spoiled. And then you can't just stay home. Like back home when it rains, you may just call and say it's raining, you'll be late, or you won't be able to come in because it whatever. Maybe whether rain or shine, snow, sleet, you better present. You have to present yourself. Because where you're going, they too have to meet their obligation as well. And you have to meet yours. For if you don't meet yours, they're going to lose theirs and they're not put up in no, oh, it's raining, I can't move. Yeah, I have to go see me. That's why when it's snowing, you see some people stuck. Can either go forward or backward. Stuck. But I say, anytime I see it like that, I'm not going to leave port. More so, I don't drive here. I drive back home. I don't drive up here. Up here, the driving is, to me, is a little complicated. So I don't really try to do it. So don't you have a garden too, Teta? You don't have a garden? You want like a kitchen garden or a flowers garden? Like we have in this lovely rain? Man, that would be nice for it. Because the plants, they prefer the rain, than the actual water from the pipe. But you do what you can do because you have to work. We have to come to work. Yes. And you can't do no more work than what you're doing because you're already working long hours. So when you get some time to rest, you have to just hit the sack and relax. So you won't be able to do as other people would who don't have anything to do or any work to go to. But I always like the little flowers garden. So not even no little flowers. You have to go make a little kitchen garden, man. Buy 1 dozen grain of corn, one quarter ounce, half ounce, or 1 ounce. 1 ounce of corn grain, and 1 pack of callaloo seed. Callaloo, it will come anywhere. You just sow the color seed. Then you can take time. Then I forgot to sow a lot, one little pinch. And then you just transplant them. So you can sow it. If you have a little pot, if you have one of them big and chubby, what you call the buckle them? The big giant buckle, the chubby buckle them, but the big one, the big liter, just cut it lengthwise and put on the cover and take out the middle, the side part, and put little soil in it and mix it up with it. And if you have little sand, you can mix the sand and the little colorless seed. Easy. We have in Klein and I know your people don't have it in Klein because they don't have the right soil. But yes, and because you're near to your home to see you nobody with it. You don't want no bush. I don't want your plant, you have to spend so much time, you have the time. And I beg everybody will come and probably I'll go to your house and cut it and reap it for you, They will reap it for you. When I was younger back home, my parents would have their little farm. But you see, when you get big and go apart, you have one little something, one little wash, one little something. As a little kitchen garden. I like going it, I like when I reap from it. I like when I reap things from my place. But it's not everything I have, but some little things. It kind of make you feel nice. Like my cucumber, bean, peas, pumpkin, and those things. I have a lovely breadfruit tree. I'm trying to get rid of it, but every time I try, it still come back up. All what they try to do, it cut down and branch up, it still come out again. They do so much things to get rid of the tree. The tree not going anywhere. Everything I think is gone, it come back up. It come down because sucker up. I say sucker, planting, banana, sugar cane. Like I'm not there. Who is that the other them reapy? I want a lovely ackee tree, really nice. Everybody hop off gone. Jay busy tonight, man. You give me a little time. I'm busy. We might just spend an hour because I have a ton of clothes on the bed. You go fold up. I don't know who they know. Let me finish it, let me fold them up. And the video them to go work on. I was hoping that they would find the little boy. I was following it up from yesterday evening. Only to come now and say it's not true. I know, maybe they say it's him, they find, but they don't want to admit it. Because the officers didn't fail in their investigation. If it's him, but they don't want the people and get the credit. But what I can't understand is why is it the parents, the parents, not the guardian, the mother and the father. Why they not come out? Why they take him with somebody else quietly? They sell him. It is so funny. He not think he disappear by himself. Somebody, then either they analyze him or they send him off, sell him to somebody else. That is mean I couldn't. And sometimes some underhand things happen, you really wonder. They are not the mother and the father, they are not people are over the whole place talking about it. And until now, them not come out and say anything. So they know about it then. They know about his missing. You can't have a child no matter what. Mother get to father, father get to sister. No you want to say nobody cannot say where he is. Situation happen and nobody cannot come up to say, so. He just gone out of the place. As if he was nobody. Then if he was nobody, it wouldn't be so bad. But because he's intelligent and he was awarded at school, just when school supposed to close in July. So everybody knows he's not a full child. So something happened. And then it looked more like the house that he was staying because the incident happened and cause come the following day and leave. Nobody know where it just no formal investigation happened. Nothing. Because she said she come and she did not go to the house. Oh, you going to come so far and not go to the house? Him to see how it happened from the place? No, sir. But she did not go there. She don't know anything about it. But there's a God up above, you know. He sees everything. He sees everything, my friend. Why me just a fight it tonight, you see? You're fighting, man. Fighting it. Let's go to the hour, maybe. A little bit over the hour. Some nights it's difficult to do the hour. Some nights it's easy. But tonight, I don't know because it's kind of coolish. All person want to do is to just jump in their bed and just, you know. But that's how it goes. I'm glad Saturday night was not like that. You know what? I felt it yesterday and today. I said I would not come on at the 12 midday. Well, I don't know tomorrow maybe because the nights are going to pull a person into their bed faster than the day. Yes, him disappear into thin air, gone. And the family, their reaction is really, really of concern. Their body language and everything, you know, they look, come off like them sad. Even to pretend nothing. And it is said that the real mother, the biological mother, lives 20 minutes away. And them and the rest of sister and brother go to that house. So is it that the lady, that family is up there and he doesn't speak to them when he sees them? So it has to be some, maybe they want him not to. But why? I've never seen that yet. But we have to just leave it until let it be another one that is gone down. Whenever it resurrect, it will come up with something. But if you know resurrect already, he could be of use. It could be of use to use. So society, yes. Yeah, he could, yes. So and he's in the cadet, so say. So I don't know. The whole thing is so. I think people in the area know that they're not saying anything, and the cousin couldn't just come down and take him up just like that. So there are a lot of, and as well as saying, the officer they should have investigated the thing more with the family before everything gone out. It's just like with the judge. We hear everything about the judge, suspected, whatever. So that means no further investigation and close it right there. So it's closed. So anything they put a tag onto it, that is it and it done. They might just have him as another disappeared child. Nothing else, they don't. Or some people calling for the officers to lock up the people who are saying things in the media. That they find him or whatever, kind of something. One person said that they want all the profit people them who know so much, they must not talk it in the media. They must go to the police high command, whoever it is, and tell them. And let them know who they are because he would really want to know. That means that he not go to them. So he's looking to somebody who do that so he can get attention. So he can go and say, "Wow, this person is good. I can go to him for a read up." Yes, man, it is sad. But we have to move past it. Like I said, we have to encourage the children them not to communicate with strangers, not to go to people's house, and don't hide things from their guardians or their parents. Because, hi Carl, they may hide information which in the end could be very useful for their own benefit. So You have to just be cautious and do not have no communication. Just, but it is kind of hard on them too, you know. It's hard, but it would have to be like that. Some strict measure have to be in place. The parents alone, you can't manage it because they're not behind them every day. But you know, I see what is that now. It's a family affair where you can't even put a pin on it to say so or so. So if you can handle it family one, then having an outsider want to deal with this, to me is a big problem. Big problem. Hi Carl, how are you? Yeah man. Tomorrow I may have to do the live at 12 o'clock for an hour because if the coldness continue, you're not going to have anybody out. Somebody's live is on, other lives are on, but you know we have to just cooperate. We can't sit with our hands fold, you know. We have to just move on. But you see how the big lady get herself into trouble, T? Can you imagine? You see, with the comments with what they make, and then now it becomes like a laughing stock with the same other big lady over the other platform. And I think she felt bad, but she knows saying that they must go target other people who are on the street, other persons who are, you know, we not going to school and all of that. They must go and pick them up. And she had, well, sometimes she talks something, she have to watch her words and because you can't set, they don't know the economic standard of those children where they have to do that after school and all of that. So, you know, so we're not going to send them authorities after them. Because she said she helped one family and give them everything to start a business. And oh, they are out there. Oh, they're doing that. "48 minutes. I say it live right tonight. Yeah, me dear. T. I touch that. I touch that, man. Me say me putting the thing together with the boy, you know. Figure say they had found him. Based on how they were talking about it yesterday. Start put me no me have to stop it because it's not true. Mm-mm. Everybody wants to be the first to bring it out. But the news is not correct. So they have to make the officer then do what they have to do. You know. Because you can't run with the information that is not correct. They find the boy, me believe they find him for true and they throw it in the fact. A rumor. It's a rumor. They drop off tea. I don't know what is happening. It isn't dropping off. Let me try. Let me try what is happening because I don't know what is happening. Yeah. Yeah, so me see, there was this person talking so much yesterday about it. And I believe so they had found him. But when I see Juba story this evening, they'll say, no, no. You know, so, I say, but wait, some people had it running yesterday that they found him. Big found. So everybody having their own story. But after I go this evening and I see Juba come up. I say, oh. Juba say no. And you know, it's I really Juba me falling, but because I go over and over the TT and see hear them talking or whatever. It looks like when anything happening over TT first it over. Look at you open over there first. Because the people them just have it and run with it, run with it. And I know I thought it was true. Build up, let me spend all my time all this man and put things together, you know. No me have to stop and leave it right there. No further. I have to leave it right there because I can't put on something that is not true. What if he doesn't show up? And that's why they are hoping that he will show up. But if he's really out there in the bushes, which I don't think so, if he's really out there in the bushes, and they say they're having heavy, heavy torrential rain up in those areas, there's no way he can survive. That money finished long time. Everything about him is gone. I think he's no more. I don't think he's with us anymore. But to find it, to prove it, is another thing. I don't know what's gonna happen. So we pray and hope that one day he will. Wherever, and I don't think he's. Why I think that I don't think he's anywhere. You know, whether it apparently doesn't have a phone. Well, I I realized I didn't see you. I was work here talking about the missing people. How do you think we can grow our children to? Not when I say our children, I mean, you know, how to be street smart. That's the part. Maybe you were not here at that time. How can we grow them to be street smart? What are some things we need to do? You know, we just try to reason because their parents, who is the one that's supposed to teach them that much, cannot. And that is why I believe about when one would say the village grows a child, and that takes in a lot. The village look about your safety, right? But now I think people are being raised more selfishly. So nobody knows nobody's children. They only see them and don't know where they belong to or who they belong to. And because of that, some people will set up things to make things happen to them because nobody don't know anything about their family. They just see them on the road and they see them fit to take because whatever business that they're doing, whether it's to grabbing people and ship them off, but that little boy has nowhere, nothing, he can't carry anything. He look weak. Yet the father, the in-law guardian says, when the other children in the house has things to do and they don't want to do it, they ask the little boy and they will pay him. How can you pay a little child as that to do something? That means they might give him a lot of work to do. Yes, and that's why I look at it. How are you going to pay a 12-year-old to do something that a 20-plus-year-old should do? So you could see where, to me, there was some amount of mistreatment. But in regards to growing our children, how can we prepare them for the outside world? Away from their family. Sometimes you hear that they were in the yard or they just gone down the road, then they miss, you don't see them come back. They don't know where they're gone, but they disappear. And they don't disappear for a day or a week. They're gone forever. And if you do find them, they are not among the land of the living. If you do, because you may find them, but you may find their remains. They are hardly missing, and you find them come back as they were. Most times, if you do find them, it's the remains. So I was trying to reason what are some things that we can do. I was looking at the church, the churches. The churches are in the community, whatever churches there are. They say it doesn't matter how you raise them. They all have to learn on their own. You can't teach them everything. Yeah, but no, because I'm looking at how they are, let me say, grabbing. They are grabbing them away, and you may not get them back alive. You may not even see the remains. It's just a memory, So I was just wondering how, and sometimes they don't listen, and then when they don't listen, now they hurt our hearts, our heart, because they don't listen, and you're trying to tell them what is right, and when it happened to them, they may not even get to come back so they can say they learn, but then it's just gone. And one would say, which market would absorb them? Which market would that take a boy, you know? But remember that people talk about organs and so. So, there are many reasons why people would do certain things. But I think I somehow think the churches, and back to the basics, when children were going to churches more, Sunday school, Sabbath school, people know them, the community would know them. That's one way, to me, that's one way a community can know its children. So therefore, they will take care of them. But they're not going to Sunday school, they're not going to Sabbath school, they're not going to no church at all. They just live in the community, go to school, eat, drink, watch TV. Nobody knows anything. Nobody don't know them. They see them on the street, they don't know where they come from. But soon after, they become targets. So I think some of our churches should have some program, some fellowship group that meets. Children should go to church so they can be seen and known. So while they are, people will sort of look out for them. People will know them. But on the other hand, when they don't listen, it's very hard for you to reach them. But they won't listen, they shut you down. And when the problem comes, they are not around to even help you face it. It allows you to be grieving, wondering what else could you have done. So that's what we're looking at, because it can't continue like that. As there won't be any reason to have the children. There won't be any reason to spend 9 months of pregnancy and labor and pain only for them to go just like that. So you may have a population just stop right there. It doesn't make sense because they are being taken away. Whichever way they are being taken off or being used to do, we don't know, but they are disappearing. Hmm? They are disappearing. Jay says, that is right, Tetla. When we're growing up, we have to listen and have manners and respect, but not these kids. No, that's true. They trace off their elder, they don't have no respect, they don't have no nothing. So you leave them by the wayside and they end up into danger. But it's just like I said, if it was a case where they could, after they go experience whatever was out there, they would come back and say they learn. They would never do that again. But some of them don't return, and some, although they return, they're worse because they apparently got so exposed out there that it sweet them. They're not going to say, "Oh, I will not want to go back." They're ready. They're ready to run away again a second time. Especially girls. Girls, they tend to run away more, but you hardly have a boy. So we're just wondering what could we do? What could happen? But the bottom line is they are not listening. Thank you for those persons who thumbs up the live to reach. I didn't even know it would reach there. I wish we went as well like over an hour. Make the hour second good and then maybe hour and 15 minutes. Because sometimes we can't reach it 2 hours. Sometimes it's training. Sometimes I try to think ways how, but it's like you're not reaching anywhere. And the parents, them is a big part. They might, because if you see a child and you try to reprimand the child, maybe saying some words that is not right, or singing some out of the song or behaving badly, I should say. And you try to talk to the child, to, that whatever. The child will cuss you off, and go and tell the parents, say, yeah, I will tell a story for you, my police can take you up, So you shut up your ass, you're no business with them. But when you look at it, some of the mothers they are so young and foolish. They don't have any sensible thinking. Anything the child go and tell them, they believe. Anything. And some most of the time they tell them lie. And if they tell them a lie, and you can't go to jail. So that's why that's all we can do is pray. I don't see anything else. They run away from school, go live at a man's house, and not come back home. When they do come back home, they come home with baby, pregnancy. And then come next day, run away gone and left too. So only that is kind of sad when you have some little innocent one. Them coming like them fool. Anything they throw at them, they take it and then just satisfy with it. But I don't want to say fool, but yes, we have to pray. But on the other hand, the Bible says prayer, faith. When we pray to have faith. But the Bible says again, say faith without works is dead. So we put in the prayer with the faith, but we need to work to make it a reality. We need to do something to make it a reality. And we don't know what more to do because we counsel, they don't listen. We encourage, they don't listen. We show them the way, what it can lead to, they listen. No one would say, what else are you to do? One would say, leave them and let them go on. And then they go, bad things happen. It reflects on you, the family. As if you were not doing your best. Like doing a family, doing your best. But, like I said, when we do our part, the angels will know when we do the rest, because we can't do more than what we have to do. We can't do more. We do what we can and leave it. But it is so sad, There won't be a generation. They are going to be tarnished. They're going to disappear. Yeah. So all we can do is pray and encourage. Because we cannot approach them, and for some of them, you cannot approach them. When they finish, pepper you off. You know what I mean? They pepper you, they ginger you. You can't do nothing else. And the worst thing of it too, they will make up stories on you. And that's the fastest one now. Then the officers are going to come for you. If you know what I mean. Yeah. So we don't know what to do. Churches are there as a public body. Nobody, not only mostly adults go to church, and not all adults. Look at the older set of people who try and go to church at least. And these children are going to need a Sabbath school or Sunday school. They don't see them. Every church I go to just want a tiny fingerful, not even a handful, of children that are at Sunday school or Sabbath school. They don't go. So church you saw what is known as youth fellowship. Different levels, and they do different activities. They don't see none of these children. They don't go anywhere. So they are just there existing, and then the prowlers, they come and just take them like the hawk and disappear with them overnight. That's nobody. Even if people see, they cannot talk. They cannot do anything. They just leave it. Yes, my dear. So that's how I look at it. So we do our best. And I do hope that when next time I mention about this incident with the little boy, I'm only hoping that they will, wherever he is, and that, he's not going to talk. Thank you, Jay. He's not going to talk, because if he talks, then those persons are going to be in trouble. And those persons would want probably to release him, but they can't afford it for him to go and talk. So the next end of the bargain is it's hardly likely you're going to see him appear fully. Hardly likely. And because where is that persons may not want to talk, he can be easily disposed of, and nobody knows anything from there. Nobody talk because officers are not going to find it. And see, nobody wants anybody to come and dig them up, if you know what I mean. So they keep quiet and leave it alone. Keep quiet and leave it alone because it doesn't make sense. You're going to speak up and they know you're going to be in trouble because these days, if you speak too much or talk too quick, then you could have somebody coming to check you out, which is in a negative way. So people just leave things the way they are, and what they say, the chips fall where they may. They don't bother to do anything. But I find it really strange though that the community people did not come out. So it's either they don't know him or something. There's no community support. And I don't know if the community knows more than what we are seeing. And they're not saying anything. For sometimes when you're not in the community on the ground, you don't know what is really happening. Right? So I can safely say we are at 10 thumbs up, 10% like. I don't expect much for tonight because I don't know if tomorrow in the day I can do an hour because when this time is the weather is like this, it's hard. I realize it's so hard to do 1 hour. It's so hard. So hard. So I'm gonna try hopefully tomorrow and do an hour. Hopefully. Because I'm telling you, people that if I didn't have the life to do, I wouldn't be sleeping. But I maybe would have been cuddled up. You know? And when you cuddle up and become so warm, you're going to end up just gone off to sleep land. Right, Jay? You see, it's when you show you 11, you show me 10. Show me 10. So it's really. So we can probably leave that. We don't have to talk about them again. I will just put it behind. The reason I was talking about the little boy, when I heard that they found him, I started building up the video and thing, only to come this evening to find out that it was not true. Me say about Jesus. So I say, me just talk about it and leave it. No one go back on it again. Because it don't make any sense. It's like the one in Westmoreland with the suitcase. You realize you don't hear anything more about it again. Nothing, it just done. Everyone come up, it just die. So, me not going to walk up and down with the monkey on my shoulder. That's all, leave it as it, put it down. I'm going to put it down. Right, T, I'm putting it down. Because you walk up and down with it on your shoulder, it's not going to change the situation. It's not going to change the situation. So hopefully tomorrow, hopefully I can get an hour and maybe an hour in the evening. If I can do 1 hour because until the weather change, I may say everybody park up, gone, let's then light turn off and gone to bed. The place is so still. So I can imagine I use myself and my surroundings to judge other people. So that's why I said I would just do the hour. What you say, Jay? Jay has been. What you say, Jay? T, are in agreement? It's like we're all under the weather. If you understand me. You're under the weather. But it will be better. They inform the public just to let us know. that I don't think he is alive from the time I hear the mother of the baby fly down. The mother of the baby fly down. The next day, she was planning to hurt him, and the grandma mother a cover for her. It's true. I think it has to do with she. And I don't even know if the child is still in hospital or should take up the child with her. More than likely, should have taken the child with her. But to see what I look at again, to say, in my opinion, I don't think that case was given justice in investigating. As if every day, I don't know. I don't. It looked like a poorly. When I compare the two, it looked like that place is not sensible. I compare the two cases. The one with the girl that the father abused and put her in an old refrigerator and put an old mattress and bush and trash and garbage and light it until she was. They knew said she was not recognized. And some DNA then used to fancy she. And that was in Manchester too. Then the sticker boy again was before when they couldn't find. He was they couldn't find him before she. And until now him cannot show up. And you see here so much story. Although they are from two different schools. I think the case was not. And it apparently what I've listened to and read is the people has been doing their own thing and getting calling them to go check over there. And one go check place, a fly them see a fly. Then I go and it's like they're not. It's like a rundown place. It don't look like any sensible trained officers are there. So it don't look like the person who is managing so normally a sergeant would manage a station like that. They don't look effective or they're not interested because they're not getting their money. There are so much things. People have to be telling them to. They don't go to the people. Them, and when people are tell. And the way they talk to them and investigate. Then they talk to the people like a like a good friend at talk. I mean, listen to them. They must have them in the office and have professional questioning. Why they don't get dog they hunt down a bush? Before you go do hunt down with dogs and bush and school children, over 100 children in a bush, you walk up and down. You do a proper investigation first and then, but people them up with the company and the school come out. So I think by now, because I put myself in that situation, if it was my child, I would not be so happy. I would not be happy to hear that, but at the same time, it couldn't be purpose. It couldn't be purpose. It couldn't be purpose. And I never know you could get a flight so quick. Something happened Thursday evening, and by Friday, you reach already. I do a private jet. It kind of, was she really up there? Or she was in the country, but that happened. And she disappeared now. It is so, because if something happened tonight, Monday evening, and you want to go down tomorrow, Tuesday morning, you never know, say, you can't get an emergency flight like that. And she said, in her own speech, she said she spent Friday night at the hospital. She was there all day. But it is so conflicting. But as we say, pray and leave it, and the Lord will work it out in due time. Whether it's after the boy born white or not, they say he always brings out all secret things. He reveals them. Mm-hmm. And if see the child is so innocent, then it will be even more pronounced. But looking at the parents, they don't show that caring look. If the child was so happy with them, and so they don't show anything that the facial and body language is opposite to what they are speaking about him. They're treating him good, so whatever. So we have to just leave it there, put it down, put down the bungle, put down the load, and allow time to heal its wounds. Then it will all come out in the open. Because somebody does something like that willfully, it's going to come out. And they haven't said anything 2 and 3 persons know it's not a secret. So just ask the Lord to just be with it and we forget and we leave it alone because we are not getting anywhere. Everybody has been speculating. Last night I believe really that they found him. And you want to sing, I put my video together, only to find out say this evening no, it's not true. So let's say something. Let me just put it down. Let me leave it alone because it's not going to go any further. See the one with the man in the lockup, they trying his case. And I know you can make 7 or 11 with it. Jasmine again, 7 or 11. No, there's so much of them. So why look at this young teacher, 2023. What happened to her? They found her almost some couple months over in Clarendon in the bushes. She was from Portmore. She used to take the drive, whatever. I saw quite a few people have gone down. So we have to just leave it in the hands of the master and let him deal with it in time. As you say, both of you. Right? So, guys, I'm hoping that we all will get a good rest tonight. Because when the weather is like this, I can't tell you. It makes your energy drop. So I hope tomorrow we get some lovely sunshine and we'll wake up everybody. And if persons who were out probably for the holiday weekend, today was Columbus Day, then maybe some persons are just getting home tired or had family time. So persons probably, it go already. So I'm going to break it here. Let me thank you guys for your time. I don't know if there's any live anywhere. Let me thank you for your time. And I couldn't have had it without you because you have helped to make it successful. Hi, Abby. Bye. Hello and bye. We are on our way out. So we see you in the next live, okay? In the next... Oh, you're like 11. Okay. We were just on our way leaving. I hope you have a good evening. All right? How are you doing? Before I go, how are you doing? Abi ang pak. I'm sorry. I have some things to get done. So we're going to run away. And you catch me tomorrow. I'm hoping to go on tomorrow about 11:30, 12. I hope I can do an hour. Or if you miss me tomorrow night at 7:30. But we have to run now. So, Abby, have a good evening. Tetla and Jay and others who have joined before, take care. And those who are out there, thank you for the likes. And those who are still out there in the bushes, enjoy the rest of the evening, but don't get sick. Don't be out in the cold too long. Get warm. All right, take care, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you and have a good evening too. Oops, bye-bye. Good night, everybody.